I'm the only one on time. I'm the only good guest, obviously.
Okay, so I do want to clarify that she is correct, but also autographs are running a bit beyond schedule right now, so we're just going to chill out with you guys with Miss Erica here until the rest of them get here.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good excuse. Like we all should have been on time. Just saying.
So every time a new voice actor or actress comes on stage, can we all go, how dare you?
You know, I think it's appropriate that the Archon was the one that was on time. It appears that perhaps the best element has become the Alright, we've got Zhao here now. My goodness. So the pyro one sucked, and Annabelle is right there. Yeah. I also picked blue! Oh my god, twinsies! Hi, oh I guess we should hi, I'm Erica Harlicker Stone, I voice Venti in Genshin Impact.
I'm Lyle Versus, I voice Adeptus Shell in Genshin Impact.
I was saying that it made sense that the Archon was the only one here, and then now an Adeptus is here, so the normies are just wandering around. I don't know what they're doing. They probably couldn't get here as fast as us. They can't glide quite as well as we can. Yeah. But gliding is much faster, as we know.
I suddenly have the urge to give you an apple.
Oh my god, I love apples, but I don't have my lyre with me. It's very upsetting. All right. So, are we rambling, or what are we doing?
Well, what I'll go ahead and do is ask you a bit about Genshin Impact.
Great.
Now, a lot of you folks here made some noise when I said that, hey, do you guys know the game? How many of you here have never played the game?
Oh, wow, that's like very brave of you to come.
All of us are saying.
All of you are liars. I can't tell if you said it's true or achu. Alright, so if I could ask both Erica and Miss Lila here, could you please describe Genshin Impact in a haiku? Sorry, someone in the audience was going for a 50-50, so I had to ruin it for him. No ayaha for you today.
I got it, okay. Here's my haiku for Genshin Impact.
Yes! We all got naked. Wait, I'm not saying
Okay, here's my haiku. Here's my haiku for Genshin Impact. I want to play more. I have no money left now. I still want to play more.
Okay.
Oh, I got one. Kaya is a jerk. That's it. That's the haiku, man. I hate him so much.
Animal is best. Everyone else is stupid. Venti for the win.
May I for you? Go ahead, do yours. Do one first.
Let's go fish blasting. Lee loves to make bombs kaboom. Let's go fish blasting. Oh yeah, I'm Bruno Masu. I do the voice of Clee in Genshin Impact.
Right now you thought I had to use, whose child is this? Someone please come take them home. Oh yeah, wait, whose child? Yeah.
Oh, is that why you
Whose
had
child
to
is
wait?
this?
Because
Someone please come take them home. They look so confused. I'm Sean Chiplock, I'm the voice of D-Luke. Everyone who didn't clap is a Kaya fan, it's okay. Once you've hit rock bottom, you can only go up from there.
enough over one mic. Why did you give me two?
Hello? Price check on prune juice bar. Price check on prune
You're
juice.
professional.
Place your bananas on the conveyor belt. $3.99. You're good.
It's so cute.
It's so cool. It's really fun.
This was in the dealer's room, by the way.
So thank you all for joining us for the Women of Genshin Impact panel today.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, mostly got characters, though. So, that's funny.
I want that as like a skin for him. He's into like a magical girl dressing us. Time for retribution! His hawk is a little like bow tie, a little flower.
Alright. Are we rambling? Are we getting more questions?
I like rambling.
You can ramble.
So you can either ramble, or I can feed you questions, or they can feed you questions.
I like to be fed by somebody.
It's either the exact.
Whoa! People, if you showered, raise your hand. Come on.
If you didn't shower, don't raise your arm. Trust me.
And don't lie to me and say, oh, I haven't used this arm all weekend. I've seen you pulling. Please, please, please!
So I see if we have any questions I can ask you guys and go down the line and answer them. Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right. Question number 1. How has the intense, massive popularity of Genshin Impact affected your careers?
You know.
Well, I don't mind starting. So I had wanted to do conventions for a long time, and I've been doing voiceover for 15 years, but I did not have a character yet, which I felt was popular enough that would be like, yeah, let's just do all these conventions. And then Genshin happened and Shao happened, and that just sort of like changed things for me, I think.
I don't know if you heard, but there's someone here that just triple crown Shao.
What?
I'll just hold.
All hail the triple creme! You're having some technical difficulties.
I'll just hold. No, that's okay. I'll hold.
Would you like to share some rice wine with me?
Yeah, always, obviously. Oh, wow. What was the question? I was distracted.
How has the massive popularity of Genshin affected your career?
Oh, right. A lot. I feel like, it came out in the pandemic when we didn't have conventions going on. And so the difference of going to conventions before the pandemic and now that Genshin Impact is here is very fast. It's a big difference. Like half the people I see at conventions are cosplaying Genshin, which is so awesome. And you guys are so sweet and amazing, and I am so happy that you are playing the game that we're in. When I first recorded for it, I thought it was just some little phone game. I had no idea that it was going to be this. So, thank you guys.
Yes, thank you all.
Yeah, very similar, but yeah, I think Klee is the most recognizable character that I've ever voiced, so like this has been so amazing for my career, just get to share my joy with all of you guys, and then yeah, seeing all the Klee cosplay, and because I see some here right now, it just makes me so happy, and it's just, yeah, it's been incredible, so I'm very, very grateful for this game, and for all of you.
I'm gonna try and be concise but honest about mine. Like, it's the same as what they. No, I'm serious. What they've all said is it's been. None of us know what kind of project is gonna take off. Like, for those of you, any Danganronpa fans in here? Alright. For those of us who are on Danganronpa, I can tell you, when we recorded for, we were like, man, this was a nice murder mystery niche game that no one's going to talk about. And then it was only when we started seeing the posts on Tumblr that we went, oh. So like, it is so overwhelming in a great way to be able to share the passion of the community with so many of you. Our careers would not exist if it wasn't for folks like you. If companies didn't feel like they needed English dubs of stuff, they wouldn't produce them. They'd save the money. So give yourselves a round of applause for being so creative and passionate and willing to spend your time. You could have been anywhere else today, but you're here here sharing your love with us, and I appreciate that so much. But I also want to say that as people who grew up during the era of the internet, you know, a lot of us are still coming to terms with having an audience that big. We're just not, we love interacting with others, but we're not used to having to make time for that many people, and especially in the age of the internet. I've unfortunately learned the hard way that not everyone is genuine about how they interact. So it's been a hard lesson in figuring out who we spend our time on and how we carry ourselves and like how we brand ourselves, how we market ourselves. So it's been important for various reasons. There's been some good, there's been some bad, but I can say there's never been an in-person Genshin fan I didn't like. So I love all of you for being here and I appreciate you so much. Oh, trust me, it was concise.
Given that there's so many people here that are here for you four and that play the game, the obvious question is, how often do you four play Genshin Impact?
As much as I can when I have the time to do it. Good answer. Seriously. I would play it all the time if I could. I really could.
I stream the game on YouTube. My YouTube is with the K Games, inspired by everyone misspelling my name with a C for my whole life, E-R-I-K-A. Yeah, I haven't streamed in a couple of months because I've been so busy, and also I got to the chasm and I got stuck. So, yeah. So Sarah Miller-Cruz, who plays Lumine, she and I have been recording videos for a Kingdom Hearts playthrough together, and she was like, maybe I just help you get through the chasm off stream, and then you start up again after the chasm. And I was like, that might be good. So that might be the plan. But I love the game. I genuinely really enjoy it, and when I'm not streaming, I play on my phone, and yeah, it's really fun. I really enjoy playing it. Yeah.
I just feel so like such an imposter, but I did not grow up playing video games, so I have like no hand-eye coordination whatsoever. I tried really hard when I found out how cool my character was in this game that I just voiced, like they were saying, like you don't know what's gonna be big, and I was like, oh yeah, I did this little girl voice, and then it became this thing, and I was like, okay, I must learn how to play video games now. And it's very hard. You all are extremely talented people. I don't know how you do it, but I made my partner get the game and then get Klee. He spent a lot of money. And I made him get her, and then I watch him play all the time, and I tell him what to do, and he finds me very bossy, but I can't help it because it's the only power that I have.
Does he ever switch Klee out of his party?
Never.
Good.
All right, I want some cheers. How many of you have spent any money on Genshin Impact? I can tell. How many of you spent over $100 in Genshin Impact? Somehow more than the previous answer. I don't know how that works. How many of you spent more than $1,000 on Genshin Impact? I have spent $23,000 on Dragalia Lost. So when Genshin came out and they were like, are you gonna play? I looked at my bank account and went, I can't. No, but that's the real reason. I had 2 different gacha games that I was playing and it was like, I need to save the money. And by the time they had come out, first of all, 2% base pity rate? Are you people insane? You accept that? No! My game started 5! Please! So, I mean, there's actually a running joke. If you guys want to try to be the one to break the cycle, you can. I haven't played Genshin, but that's also because every single one of you that has come up to me and asked me to do a 10 pull for you, I have never pulled more than 1 4-star on any of those 10-folds, and never a 5-star at all. So if you think erroneously that you are the lucky protagonist who's gonna break that cycle, be my guest. I will be more than happy to waste your money for you. Your first 5-star was D-Luke? Why did you bother to keep playing? You already won!
My first 5-star was D-Luke too. And D-Luke never left my team. It's always D-Luke and Shaq. I don't have Klee, but I want Klee. OG.
It's worth a lot of money because
Bring it
it's wild.
over to the table. Purple kazoo.
I'm sorry. $23,000.
$23,000 of tax writable income because I used those. No, real talk. I booked roles off of impersonations of those voices, and so it's field research.
It's true. If you're a voice actor or actor in video games, Netflix, all those things, those count as business.
Until I found out it was still less than my standard deduction because you can only take off one or the other. So they said, yeah, that 23 grand you actually can't take off. So I went, oh, and that's why I don't play Genshin Impact.
Listen, you don't have to spend
You
money
do not
to play
have to spend
Genshin
money.
Impact.
But Xiao and Klee and...
You can get them without spending money. You just have to save up your Primo Jets.
But I want them now!
That sounds like a you problem.
It's like that one commercial that wakes us up at 3 in the morning. It's my 5-star and I want it now!
When I stream, I try to be free to play. The only time I've spent money is when my chat bullied me into getting venti because they were like, it's you! And I was like, okay. So they donated specifically for that. But otherwise, I'm free to play and I have all the characters I wanted.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
The only characters I spent money on were Xiao, Venti, and the Jade Spear.
Yeah, the only other one I did, someone donated specifically for Kazuha, so I did spend their donation on that. But otherwise, I'm free to play and I'm perfectly happy and my team is really strong, so. Yeah, thank you.
According to Google, there are 66 Genshin Impact characters.
I thought you were gonna say players, like the user base has just dropped off.
But can you count? At least 64.
I'm sure at least half of you share an account.
Out of those 66 characters, which one is your favorite? Besides your own.
Okay. So, I've told this story a couple of times, but my favorite is Razor, but not for the reason you think. When I was trying to do research on this character before we started recording, I went to this site that apparently wasn't optimized for mobile. And so when I was scrolling down to D-Luke, it kind of like glitched and tore, but it tore so perfectly that I didn't notice the first half of D-Luke's bio had merged with the second half of Razor's bio. So I thought D-Luke was this feral child who was raised in the forest, who just slaughtered people like a feral animal. I know now that's actually what he does, but bear with me. So he completely, like, my perception of the character didn't change until like session 3, and I was like, where do we get to the part where I like slice them in half and then burn the corpse? So
My favorite is Bennett. He is so cute and he's so clumsy. And he's always like, oh, bad look. And I'm like, no, Bennett, you're perfect. You're just the way you are, and I love you. And he's one of my staples on my team. He never leaves my team. I love him. Yeah. Nice. Good job, good job.
what was that?
Triple crown!
Not the best Archon, but still pretty cool.
I also really liked Razor because I love wolves. So that was like one of the first ones that I was like, oh, what? But then I also, I feel like it's like so cliche, but I genuinely really like Master Chief.
Okay. I just thought, don't call them your catchphrases, call them cliches.
TikTok series called like cliches.
I'm sorry, Sarah, who voices Lumine, is watching my dog and she keeps sending me photos.
But how come she has the impossible ringtone? I want it so bad.
You want to see my dog?
Yeah!
Everyone will be able to see him, but here's the beautiful photo she sent. He looks like an insane, crazy gerbil.
Wait, I gotta find my dog. Okay, this is not my dog, but it is the dog that showed up in the Mountain Dew commercial. That is the dog that showed up in the Mountain Dew commercial.
Whoa, famous.
He has no teeth. Nope.
I had a cat, his name was Ollie, and he lived to be 21 years old. Wow. His name was Ollie because all he knew was love, yes. And he was like Oliver Twist because when he was a little kitten, he would eat like a dump truck, like, and then he'd go burp and go, oh, Ollie.
Oh my god, that's the cutest thing I've witnessed. What? What's this? Yes, I do! Oh my god! A drawing of Betty! I don't know if you guys can see, but it's so cute! Thank you! This is by Gabby, the amazing artist. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you!
Oh, so my favorite character, so it's hard to decide between, there were like three, I'm still having trouble deciding. First, yes, Razor was very close to my heart because I love wolves and foxes. In fact, when I was a kid, I used to pretend I was a red fox and I would just crawl down to the basement with a piece of American cheese pretending it was my prey. Oh, crawl on the couch.
Wait.
Total dork.
You know,
I used to pretend
wait.
like I was a black wolf.
What?
You guys know there's conventions for that, right? I can hook you up.
So the first one's Razor, and then it's between Rosaria and Beto. I like Beto because she's so badass. But I also love Rosaria because she's like a homicidal nun who's really hot. What? You know it, girl, ready?
Oh, right, you're here.
Venti's amazing.
Nobody picked Venti.
I'm more of a grande myself.
I just lean a little more towards the badass feel. It's nothing for her. You know Venti and shower besties. Yeah. For life.
Has no one drawn Venti in like a Starbucks apron yet? I feel like this needs to be
I've seen a lot of cosplays of that, of baristas that are Ventis. And then one of my favorite cosplays that I've seen was someone dressed as a Venti cup, but then with the Venti hair. And it was awesome.
Okay, but have you guys seen those cat drawings that MiHoYo posted on April Fool's? By the way, Cat D-Luke will be a print. I'm already got it.
Bring me back next year if you want it.
Can you do the Duke Meow Meow voice?
Meow. Damn, you guys are easy to please. Meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow. Screw you, Kaya. He's a rat.
I gotta say, it's been 26 minutes since this panel started. I have even less of an idea about what this game is about now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
One more question, and then we'll go to the audience questions, if that's cool. So, I was gonna make a Starbucks joke, but Sean, you're not well done. How has Genshin impacted your life
Yeah! I need you to know that was not intentional. We need the Seinfeld bumper.
So good, so good.
Accidental puns are the
How has
best.
Genshin impacted our life?
Outside of Genshin Impact.
Outside of the game?
Outside of, like.
So I'm getting a house built in Hawaii.
I don't know. I feel like I've made some really good friendships within the cast. Like, I love you guys, of course. I think I only knew Sean before out of the...
Now you can finally escape.
Thank goodness. Just kidding, just kidding. And then, yeah, Sarah and I have become really great friends, and we are recording a bunch of YouTube videos together. Zach I've known since he was a little baby, 16.
Such a baby.
I know, I went to his first convention with him. We went together as guests, and now he's a superstar. And I'm like, wow, little baby Zach is all grown up. And yeah, I feel like it's been nice to get to know some cool people that I maybe wouldn't have interacted with before, so, yeah.
I really love just like how happy this game seems to make everybody, and just like being a part of that that joy is just so, so rewarding. And even just this morning, I had this lovely interaction with this gentleman when I was having breakfast, and turns out that his daughters randomly are big Genshin Impact fans. And so he was like, oh, I'm having breakfast with this person named Puno. She does the voice of Klee or something like that. And then like his text just like blew up. His daughters were super excited. And it just made me so happy. And then he also was just this human being so full of joy. So he was making me happy, and then I was making him happy, and his daughter's happy, and I just love that.
So there's some personal short-term impacts it's had that I won't get into detail, but there's a long-term one that I think a lot of people don't realize, both in the industry and out of it. When we get into this career, we start as passionate, well, we're still passionate individuals. You know, we want to perform, we want to bring these worlds to life, but it's a very lonely career at times. We do not share time in the booth except for a very specific section of the industry. Feedback is very hard to get. There's often a case where we don't know if we're doing the right job, or if we're doing a good job, or if we're just like good enough. There's a lot of internal mind demons that attack us all the time. And we come into the industry with a lot of veterans like Steve Bloom, Yuri Lowenthal, and all these folks that we want to reach the performance quality of someday, but we know that there's a gap, you know, whether it's an age difference or an experience difference, that we're not quite on that level, and we want to just feel like we belong. And a project like Genshin has really provided that sense of camaraderie. It's just having so many people within, I don't want to say our circle, I don't want it to seem like a clique, but it feels like we're our own group of people, that we're all growing alongside each other, that we're getting to experience, you know, coming into our positions and getting better as actors together over time. This game's been out a couple of years now, right? And I'm sure that we all have a much better understanding of our characters now than we did when we first came into it. But getting to experience that together, getting to talk about, you know, our experiences at conventions together, getting to negotiate the less cool stuff, like, you know, establishing boundaries and our rates and our availabilities and how we're being treated when it comes to like events that we're doing together, and we don't feel as alone anymore. And so I really, really appreciate that we get to support all of each other, find success together, and just get to enjoy this as a group, and just, for a little bit easier, feel like we belong. And also the money, I like the money too. The money's good.
So, what has not been said already, okay, so one of the biggest joys of being an actor, voice actor, anything in the performing arts arena is getting to kind of inhabit the human condition, getting to experience things that you wouldn't normally experience in your day-to-day, getting to feel feelings that you wouldn't normally go through, getting to have a catharsis through, you know, a difficult role or something that has really vulnerable emotional levels. And then the other amazing part of that is being able to share this kind of communal experience in this fantasy world of Genshin with other people, where a character will connect with them on a deep level, or just, you know, or some silly video from the character brings joy to other people. And for me, you know, I don't think there's anything that brings me more joy than bringing joy to others, making other people laugh, making other people smile, and being, you know, during the pandemic, you know, when I started going on TikTok and doing these silly videos with Xiao and connecting with people, I never in a million years thought it was going to become like this big thing, or that the community would be so incredibly loving and supportive. And I just can't put into words what it means. It's like being a part of this incredible extended family that I'm so fortunate to have. And I do not take it for granted for one day. I love every moment that I get to be a part of it. And the friendships I've made, all of you are just incredible human beings and incredible souls. And so that's the biggest takeaway I have from Genshin, is just the love. So much love. So much love.
We do not take it lightly at all that we get to be part of the experience that you guys have every time you go back into the world of Teyvat. So, you know, thank you for trusting us, and thank you for supporting us.
Sometimes when I'm at conventions, I'll just be walking down the hall and I'll hear my Soldier Poet King cover, like, playing, and Genshin, you know, cosplayers are singing along and dancing, and I'm like, wow, that is crazy. That's so cool that people, I just wanted to do that for fun. I was like, hey, Hoyoverse, I have this kind of silly idea. Can I, like, maybe do a music video? He's a bard and you don't let me sing in the game, so, like, could I do it? And they were like, sure, yeah, which is crazy. Normally a company would be like, no. But it was awesome, and so it's so cool that that silly thing became so, like, I don't know, kind of ingrained in the fandom, which is, I've never had that experience before.
And you know,
awesome.
sometimes I walk down the hallway and I see someone cosplaying as Paimon, and I get this irresistible urge to just punt them across the room. And I've fought it off so far, but it's good to know that deep inside of me, D-Luke is already there. What? I can too, just not well.
Don't fight.
Wait. Yep, get in line. All right, we're gonna start from the back of the line and work our way forward.
He's kidding, you're first.
All right, now everyone who wanted a better seat, come up and get the ones in the...
We don't have influence.
That's called efficiency.
All right, Mr. Banana.
Mr. Banana, if that is your real name.
Yes. Hello.
Moving a little bit. I don't. Is the mic? Okay.
The question for people who can't hear, because the mic's not on, is for D-Luke, does he like when all you guys wish and he comes up when you don't want him?
Many people may not know this, but the magic of Teyvat works in mysterious ways. So when you wish upon a star, it's actually granting you your heart's desire. So you have no one to blame but yourself.
Bankrupt on 2 houses I don't own.
That sounds like a problem I don't need to care about. Tell you what, if you need to drink your sorrows away, the Dawn Winery is open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day.
Well, hello there.
Hello, Erica. We
Hi.
love your streams.
Thank you.
You've been making compilations of your streams.
Oh, thank you.
So, are you going to continue streaming?
I am, yes. I got stuck. You know.
I thought he said, I love your screams. Like, I was like, he's got a compilation of your screams?
I do scream a lot, in Beyblade particularly. But yeah, I am going to continue. I actually have one edited stream ready to upload that I just keep forgetting to watch. Because it's of the chasm and I'm like scarred for life. But yes, I will at some point continue my streams. I'm kind of, well, okay, I'm not going to be specific, but I'm waiting for perhaps an update of maybe some replacement lines of something before I continue playing. So, yeah, and that's all we'll say about that.
Because we're still waiting on you streaming Venti's Story Quest.
Yes, I do still need to stream Venti's Story Quest.
In cosplay.
Here's the problem. When I don't stream a lot, you can infer that I perhaps have a lot of voiceover work, so if you like my voice acting, you can go, hooray! If you only care about the streams, then wish for me to not get cast. Thank you, I will eventually stream.
Yes. I'm also, you also should probably do Child's Story Quest, because I'm betting he's going to play a very important role in Snezhnaya.
Oh, yeah.
So write that down on your phone.
I've only done, I've only done the story quests that are like required.
All right, note to self. See if this guy ends up in prison because he leaked info ahead of time.
Thank you so much.
All right, let's try and get through as many people as we can.
Hi, I just had a question for you guys. If you guys weren't Genshin Impact VAs, where would you guys be now?
If we weren't Genshin VAs?
Or just VAs in general?
Just VAs in general? Oh.
Well, originally, before I found out about voiceover, I thought I was going to be doing some sort of stage acting or on-camera acting, or possibly a production assistant job at Nickelodeon, like a development position.
Yeah.
So something still involving kids media related, you know, in that field. If for some reason I couldn't do what I'm doing now. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to make cartoons and or video games. So that was my plan, and then I realized I wanted to be in the cartoons and or video games, so I kind of shifted. I am working on finishing a novel right now, so I'm hoping to be a novelist also in the near future, so we'll see.
There's a lot of possibilities. I actually do a lot of on-camera, like film, TV, and theater acting. I'm also a screenwriter, so I guess if I wasn't doing voice work, then I would be focusing more on those 4 things. But I also have a master's degree in children's television, so maybe I would go back to that. I did kind of the same thing, like I graduated from my program, and then I was like, okay, bye, I'm gonna go be an actor.
This is actually true, but prior to getting involved in VO, I had an undefeated 453 game win streak on Webkinz Connect 4. I didn't care if you were 4 or 40, I was gonna kick your ass, so. Well, that kind of ties in. I do think I'm very much a gamer, and I'm very, very almost Stockholm Syndrome grateful for voiceover, because it's just, it's my whole, it's not my whole identity, but I'm very invested in it. So if I didn't have VO, I would probably lean harder into like the game streaming, content creation, just because I'm one of those people who gets really good at like identifying efficient patterns and routines and then doing them like without having to think about it. So, you know, I'd already want to hate myself, so League of Legends sounds like a great transition.
And if your question was more like if we didn't do like performance stuff at all.
Oh, that was perfect. Thank you.
No, that's perfect. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
I don't have an answer otherwise. Oh, okay. I was like, I have so many answers.
I literally can't not think about doing VO. Like,
hello.
Hi. Short squad. Sorry, I'm like.
Yay!
Anyway. Thank you. So I'm not too sure how the casting call process works for you folks, but when the casting call went out for each of your characters, what trait or what specific like voice line or character trait stood out to you that made you want to audition for that character?
I need money.
The line that was like, oh, I broke one of the blades on the windmill. I'm so sorry. I can fix it though. Huh? What do you mean that's child labor? What even is child labor? Does that mean I can't help? And that's when I was like, I'm in love.
Mine was a little different because I was specifically called in to read for Shao, and apparently I found out later I was the only person called in to read for Shao because I worked with the director already.
Perfect Shao.
Yeah, well, he already knew that I do a lot of HDC.
Sounds like you were a Shaolin.
I was Shaolin, yes. But when I got I think one of the first lines I ever read was the lightning line, that many mortals fear lightning. What was it? Ridiculous. Fear of something so common. Yeah, it was something like that. And I was just like, I like this boy. I don't know what's going on, but he's like different. He's like angsty. He's like. I want to know more about him. Yeah.
I didn't audition for Venti. I auditioned for 4 different characters. Amber, Lisa, and I forget the other 2, but it was 4. And I got called back for Lisa, which is very different than Venti. And then I didn't get Lisa, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm not in this random game. And then, I'd worked with the director, Chris, before, on like, Fallout and a bunch of other stuff, and he called me in for Venti, but it wasn't a call, it was just like a session. He was like, hey, I know you can do this one, so like, let's just book you. And I was like, okay, what is it? And he was like, we'll tell you when you get here, and you'll be fine. I was like, okay. And then all the clients were there, and they were like, all right, no pressure. There's like 10 people in here, and I told them that you were the one. And I was like, oh God, okay. And they were like, yeah, so he's like an androgynous god, he's drunk a lot, like pretty fun, he's got really dark backstory. And I was like, oh God, okay. And and then we just kind of went for it, and he was very fun right off the bat. I think his voice changed slightly between the first few sessions. They couldn't decide if they wanted him more masculine or more like kind of feminine, because he's kind of androgynous, something in between. So we kind of fluctuated. So if you listen to the early stuff in the game, I feel like some lines are maybe a little more boyish, and then some are a little more like, I'm a very pretty god, whatever. And we landed on something kind of in the middle, so yeah, it was cool. It was meant to be.
I learned a very important lesson early on from Crispin Freeman, who was an incredibly important instructor in my early career. When I asked him, like, I had gotten auditions for a lead character and a small, like, 2-episode side role, and I was younger, so I understand my question was stupid. But I was like, should I bother auditioning for this side character if I'm really hoping to get the lead? And he goes, why would you deny them an opportunity that they are giving you? Like, if they're sending you a character side, that means they believe on some level that you can give them a competitive or believable performance as that character. Take every opportunity that you're given. So mine seems general in that when I got the sides for D-Luke, I did the audition for D-Luke because I thought, you know, there must be something that they see in me. Now I admit, at first, as someone who's very energetic, I was like, why would they think I'm a good fit for D-Luke? You know, he keeps to himself, you know, he doesn't, you know, like interacting with people. I know, sure, he works with the people at Mondstadt, but he doesn't strike me as not interested in idle chit-chat. Oh, he's introverted. I'm introverted. I can do this. So
He's Batman.
he's Batman. I want the skin where it's just all black with a cape, and he's like,
Good day, traveler. I hope you had a safe quest. If you need any help, call on me, and I will be there. D-Luke. Batman.
Thank you so much.
Just so you all know, there's about 15 minutes left.
but hey,
We'll shorten our answers.
if you don't get to ask your question, you can always come to our table and enjoy our prints and ask us a question while you're giving us your credit card.
We'll be doing an autograph signing after this panel for the rest of the afternoon. Come on down.
Hi. So I was gonna ask how you guys got your respective roles, maybe your relationship with Mihoyo. I feel like you covered a lot of that. Like, how did you get into Genshin? A director? Like,
I was knocking on his door crying like a child until he finally shut me up.
Yeah.
With that in mind, I guess I'll change it up. Is there any specific favorite line that you guys have that may not have gotten in, or just really made an impact when you were in the booth? You're like, I like this line. I like this, just embodies a character. Kind of thing.
Other than my favorite lines, I've always said this, I really like the line that Xiao has about sandwiches, because it was just so random, and I like to make jokes about sandwiches during sessions for no reason. Like, I'll just replace some words when we're doing like a vocal reference and I'm repeating back, I'll just say sandwiches. It's like, you know, many mortals fear sandwiches, so whatever it was. So there was this line, it was like, wait, you expect me to place meat in slices of meat in wrappings myself and then eat them together? Humans these days do not know what they are doing. And I was like, that is a great analogy for so much more than just sandwiches. But yeah, I just really, really like that line. I just thought it was so much fun.
My favorite line is, think Barbados. Wait a minute. I laughed so hard when I was that. And then I also like when they let me sing in one of the recent updates. I annoyed them for 2 years until they finally were like, fine, just do a singing take. I was like, thank you. So yeah.
Oh, Klee's lines are the best. There's so many that I love. I think maybe my favorite is, Dear Animal God, please make Klee's bombs blow in the right direction and only blow up the bad guys. The end.
You got it.
For the morning crowd, it would be, listen, as long as you stick to your own path, it doesn't matter what Mother Nature wants to throw at you. For the evening crowd, let's see how long it takes to make you crack.
It's Venti. Hi.
So, the question she just asked was the question I was going to ask, so I'm coming up with a question on the spot. Who was probably one of the funnest, who is like one of the most favorite like people that you worked with? Like, just hang out with in general and like think is really cool?
For like directors or
like just like coworkers, like
just
other
coworkers?
Genshin voice actors.
Oh, Genshin?
All of them.
Genshin's
So much fun.
I like the director who told me to flip them off with both hands and look directly into their eyes while delivering a line so that I get the right amount of like disgust and disdain. I did make sure they were still cool with me afterwards, so.
I like you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll change that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've had, like I said before, so many good experiences with a lot of people that I've met on the cast. And the director, Chris Biella, again, I love him. He's so great. He's, first of all, hysterical. Second of all, one of my favorite directors to work with because he really encourages us to like act and take risks and it's not just like, okay, you know, whatever, just go down the lines and I'll tell you when to stop. It's like, he really gives context for everything and he's like, yeah, I don't know, just like, whatever, try something fun, try something funny, like whatever you feel. There's, I don't know, it feels more collaborative than some video game sessions do, so yeah, I love him. I love Chris.
I mean, you already took the words out of my mouth. There's everything that I could have said.
Yeah. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Love you guys.
Love you. Hi. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Hey, bastards. Hi.
You guys, Penny's up on stage. Gonna ask you a question.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Go on, Kenny.
So, as me, Kenny, as the stupid character I am, I would like to ask, what is the stupidest voice line you've ever said?
Ever said? Like in Genshin or anything?
Anything.
Oh. Okay, wait. I think I know. Okay, so in Sailor Moon, I play Sailor Starmaker, one of the Sailor Starlights, and she has the best attack of all, which is Star Gentle Uterus! And it's like, yeah. And before I said it when I was in the session, they were like, so Erica, this is her attack. Are you cool? Are you okay? And I was like, yeah, that's so funny. What are you talking about? That's awesome. And so I said it and I died laughing. And then for Sailor Moon, for all their like transformations and attacks, they'll like reuse what we did the first time because it's like the same animation. But for the final session, they were like, do you wanna do it again? And I was like, heck yeah. So I got to say Star Gentle Uterus one more time. Everyone else has to think. I had mine ready to go.
Our editors and translationists do a great job, like the majority of the time. Like I wouldn't know what to read if it wasn't for them. But I also do some freelance work on the side. And I remember there was a foreign client who very adamantly said, do not change anything about the script. One time I did correct it and they said, we need you to re-record it exactly as written. And they paid me for recording it exactly as written. But the script would read like, this company have good product for all child and family unit. Make fun for good time mathematics, school learning. Like it was that. And they got what they wanted, but I felt like I needed to take a remedial class after that.
The only one I can think of, well, there was two. One was when I was Yana the Yeti in Rainbow Butterfly Unicorn Kitty, and I said, has anyone seen my golf ball? It's brown, it looks like a golf ball. That was one of my favorites. And then I had to do this real medical marijuana commercial, and the side effects that they cut out of the commercial were like banana butt syndrome and inexplicable sensitivity to musical dopeness, reduced anxiety. I got to say banana butt, it was really fun. Banana butt.
I will say, this will either make, did you get to go?
No, I can't think of anything.
You only say very smart lines.
I do say very stuff.
I will say this, I can't say what project this is for, but this is either gonna make me very cool or very cringe. I might have gotten an ad-libbed line in. So if they kept it, what the final line will be is, if they think we're gonna let them eat us, then they can eat these nuts.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi.
I was wondering if you had a favorite line that another Genshin character says, and could you say it in your own line? Or in your own character?
Our own voices?
Yeah.
I want to convention line.
Misters, what was it?
Osmanthus wine.
It's Osmanthus wine?
Oh. My baby.
Wait, okay. Give me a moment to compose myself.
No, you have to do it in Zhao's voice.
Give me a moment to compose myself.
There we go. What's one of Zhao's lines?
Once the snow is thick enough.
Oh, nice! I missed that. I'm so bad at a video.
Please say it as Ventu.
Okay. Once the snow's thick enough, we can eat it.
You stole for time.
How about you do as D-Look as Lisa? Hey there, cutie.
50-50 next time.
D-Luke.
Wait, what?
D-Luke, you gotta say, hey girly, hold still.
D-Luke! Can we all say it like that right now? D-Luke!
Oh, wait, should we all say hey girly?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hey girly, hold still.
Hey girly, hold still.
Hey girly, hold still.
Hey Kaya, hold still.
Hi, I'm Candy Girl. Oh, I didn't give you candy. Sorry, Sean.
What?
I gave the 3.
We all got candy except for you.
Don't apologize, you'll pay for it
It's
later.
okay. I got someone D-Luke just for you.
Okay.
Okay, but my question is about, as a local in Hawaii, what is your favorite thing about Hawaii in general? Like, just visiting and everything.
Oh my gosh, I love the vibe here so much. I feel so chill and happy, and everyone is so kind
It's
and
the
laid
local
back.
spirit.
I love it.
Yeah, and it's so pretty here. Oh my god.
Beautiful.
As a Los Angeles native, I'm used to everything being dry and brown and on fire. So it's really nice to be somewhere where that's not how it is. It's so green and pretty, and I love it.
When my family visited here for the first time 18 years ago, there's 2 things. One, they were like, hey, so where you're staying, there's just gonna be geckos on your walls, just don't do anything about it. They're cool, they're friends, and I was enamored with them. Like, my folks wanted to go out and do island things. So it's like,
I just wanna watch the lizard.
but also, my dad made fast friends with some, I don't know, ducks or geese or whatever that lived on the island, like on the cliffside. And so on the hut we were staying, or the house that we were staying for like a week, every morning at like 7:30, he would go out through the back door, and they would be on a cliff like a mile away. They would see him and come over to our backyard so that he could feed them. It was so cool.
Oh my gosh, my husband is loving all the chickens and the roosters around. They're so cool. And also, we found a mama duck and some baby ducks. I'll show you later. They live near one of the hotels, and they're so freaking cute.
Chickens are normal here. I see them at my school.
Adeptus duck.
No, I'm going to start exploring tomorrow, but the weather is phenomenal. The people are amazing. The food, everything. Just in the vibe. Yeah, the vibe. People are just incredible here. I love it. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. I love you guys.
Just so you all know, we have time for maybe about 2 more people, and then one big selfie for everybody.
Okay.
Okay.
Or maybe if we do it really, really fast, we can do 3 more people.
All right, go. All right, next person.
Come on.
Okay. Quick question.
Too soft. Keep going.
Since MiHoYo made a collab with one of their old games, Honkai Impact, if there was a chance for Honkai Impact and Genshin to collab in Genshin, what characters do you guys want to have your characters meet?
I just want D-Luke to have like floaties like Shadow the Hedgehog from Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. I want him to be able to grind a rail and be like, check out this sick ass trick, yo.
I don't really know any of the characters in that game. I only play
We don't
Genshin,
talk to the Honkai people.
I don't know enough about Honkai.
So all of them. Thank you.
That sounds really fun.
Also, Venti Day 1.
Yeah! Woo! Hello!
Hi.
In your character's voice, could you give me your best impression of Paimon saying, Sticky Honey Roast?
Sticky honey roast.
Sticky honey roast.
Sticky honey roast.
Sticky honey roast.
Delicious. Thank you.
We got a venti plushie. Yeah, come on. We're going quick. We're doing it.
So the question that I wanted to ask is, what's your favorite thing about your character's nations, the Archon there?
My favorite thing about my character's favorite thing about the Archon of my nation? Well, I don't know him personally, but I think he's pretty cool. You know, I've heard, at least, from people seem to really like Barbados. You know, I think that Mondstadt is like the best place ever. Again, I don't know him personally. I just kind of play songs about him, but I'd say everything about our Archon is the best, and anyone else who says their Archon is the best is a liar. So.
Ditto.
Sure.
Thank you.
One more? One more.
You know what? Only because I like the hat.
Yes.
One more.
Wait, I have a terrible Hu Tao joke.
Oh my god.
How do you give a gift of wine to Hu Tao?
How?
You cask it.
So as you all know, as Genshin has posted on their YouTube a while back that they're doing a anime for the game. So who do you think is going to be the canon traveler, Aether or Lumi?
Okay, so I feel like it's gonna be Aether, but I picked Lumi, so in my heart, it's Lumi. But it feels like, based on like the special programs and everything, they feel like Aether is the canon one. But it's whatever. I am hoping.
They need to do it like Yu-Gi-Oh, where it starts as Aether, but like if they untap another power, they turn into Lumi.
Yeah. I'm hoping that they let the voice actors for Venti, whoever they may be in all the languages, sing the theme song. I think that would be really cool, right? Because like the bard, right?
Right.
So maybe you guys, maybe put that out into the universe, and then we'll see what happens.
I second this motion.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yay!
All right, can we
All right.
do one big massive selfie with everybody here in the crowd?
Yeah!